Hey everyone, welcome to World Heritage Journey. Today we're at Independence Hall in Philadelphia, USA. So behind me you can see Independence Hall, an unassuming two-story brick building with a large steeple as well. Now it was built in the middle of the 18th century, but it's actually one of the most significant buildings in American history and in world history as well. Let's have a closer look. So what makes this hall so important? Well, it's actually the documents that were signed inside of it, the Declaration of Independence and the US Constitution. Now the hall itself was finished in 1753 and it served as the meeting house for the government of the colony of Pennsylvania. But it was turbulent times, and within 20 years the colonies of America were at war with their masters in Great Britain. Everything came to a head on the 4th of July, 1776, where in the hall just behind me, the 13 colonies declared their independence. The war was on. After America's success in the Revolutionary War, it was very clear that a new system of government was needed, one that could balance between a strong executive but without lapsing into tyranny, which is what they just fought a war to get rid of. And the current system of government, known as the Articles of Confederation, was not working. There were bankruptcies and rebellions cropping up all over the place. And so here in 1787, in the hall behind me, was where representatives from all 13 states met and hammered out a compromise, a new system of government that was just as revolutionary. The document was known as the US Constitution, and the impact it's had on the modern world is second to none. So this is the actual room that was used by the Continental Congress and by the Constitutional Convention as well. The Declaration of Independence and the Constitution were both drafted and signed in this room. And it actually looks much as it did in the late 18th century, which is really, really fascinating. And my favorite touch is the chair up on the dais. That's actually the same one that George Washington sat in, and he presided over the Constitutional Convention. Very cool. After the Constitutional Convention, the hall continued to be used for many other purposes, and here in 1915, the League to Enforce Peace held its first meeting chaired by US President Taft. This was the precursor to what became the League of Nations, which eventually became the United Nations, which I think is really interesting. But it's a fascinating place to come here because in many ways modern democracy was born within those walls by the lawyers and thinkers of the time, and the concepts of things like liberty and equality and justice were really given their full expression. And the idea that a powerful head of state would voluntarily step down or be re-elected every 4 years was just absolutely unthinkable in the 18th century. But it's just so normal today. It's really interesting and a really great place to come and have a look. But that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought. Hit subscribe if you'd like to see more from the World Heritage Journey. I'll see you next time.